Do you want to work for sale by owners? This is the lesson for you. Let me walk you through some really fun ways to connect with for sale by owners in your area. So first up, where do you find them? Well, honestly, you can go to Zillow, okay? This is the easiest way to find for sale by owners. Just do a Zillow search. When you go under the main menu, you'll actually see a for sale by owner area, and then you can even go filter it down into the areas that you service. So you can find it on Zillow as well as other online sources. There are even sites dedicated to for sale by owners like FSBO.com, forsalebywowner.com. Just do a Google search. You'll be able to find easily anybody that's got their home on the market. And there's always people trying to sell their home themselves. Some of them are very unrealistic on their pricing. Mostly all of them will tell you that it's because they want to save the commission, but more on that in a moment. You can also just be aware of for sale by owners when you're driving around. Stop, grab a picture if there's a phone number, even take the opportunity to knock on the door. I'm going to give you a script here in just a moment. So driving by signs and online, Zillow, into the specific sites that are out there, that's how you're going to find for sale by owners. Now here is my favorite script. This is a little bit different. This is what I recommend that you use, and here's what it goes. Hi, Mr. For Sale by Owner. This is Jen with Fidelity Realty, and no, I'm not calling to try and list your home. I love that first sentence. It really can. You introduce yourself as a realtor always, as an agent, and name your company, and then you just put them totally off by saying, I'm not calling to try and list your home. You know, I just pride myself on knowing all the homes available for sale in the area that I service, and you're in an area that I love to work. I actually live in the area, and I was wondering if you are cooperating with realtors. So most of them are going to say yes to that, or they may ask you, what does that mean? And you just follow it up with, if I was to bring you a qualified buyer and an offer to purchase, would you pay a commission? Now you can, I recommend waiting to negotiate what that commission is, and just because you're trying to get in to make an appointment. So let me keep going with the script here. So the FSBO may say something like, why? Do you have a buyer for my home? And I love it if they ask that question, because I'm going to say, well, that's exactly why I'm calling. I won't know until I'm able to preview your home. I definitely have a lot of buyers. We're in a market right now, you know, that we don't have as much inventory. You insert whatever is happening in the marketplace. So is it okay if I came by to preview your home? What time works best for you? So this is the easiest way to get an appointment. You're not trying to, you disarm them, not trying to list your home. I have buyers. Even if you didn't have a buyer, you can simply state, I pride myself in knowing all of the inventory. I'd love to be able to look at your house so that if I do have a buyer that it matches, then we can maybe negotiate a one-party sale. And I can talk to you about that when I come out and see the house. Boom, done. Don't do a presentation on the phone. Schedule an appointment and go out. Now, getting ready, I recommend that you do your homework. Prepare a CMA to bring to the for sale by owner. While they were on the phone, you might even ask about a few questions that I like to know if they've done any upgrades to the house that you might not find in the MLS. In the tax records. If you want to, you can do some of that, but you want to go ahead and prepare a market analysis to bring to the for sale by owner. If you found it online, you're going to know what they're asking. You're going to see photos. You're going to get a little idea of all of that. All right, so now you arrive. You're just going to, like any other situation, your goal is to build rapport. You're going to have them take you through the home. You're going to be looking for opportunities to find a connection through something that you're either chatting about or something that you see in the house. And then ask the owner to point out all those best features and the selling points. Remember FORD, Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Dreams. FORD is an easy acronym to look for clues on something that you might have in common, or something that you see that asks somebody a question around family, occupation, recreation, and dreams, so that you can continue to build the rapport. Now, so now you can get into all the details with them about, so can I ask you, why you are? Obviously, you're probably trying to save the commission. That's what I most commonly see for someone who is trying to sell it on their own. But are there other reasons why you're doing this on your own? And now you can get into the conversation and find more about, well, maybe they were a realtor before, or they've done it before, and it's not that big a deal to sell their house. And so the whole goal here is you're not trying to convince them to start to list with you, but what you want to do is see if you can be of service and if you can stay in touch with them. So let me give you a couple cool ideas beyond this if they're not ready to list. Now, by the way, if you do this consistently, if you work for sale by owners, different than expireds, sometimes expireds turn into for sale by owners, but if you work enough for sale by owners, you are going to run across somebody who is tired of doing it on their own. And if you can be the person who built that rapport and came with value and service orientation, you may get that opportunity to list the house. So here's a couple ideas. All right, so Mr. Jones, I understand all your reasons for doing it on your own, and I respect that. So a couple things. Would you be open to me marketing your home, running an ad? Oh, great, Jan, why would you want to do that? Well, you just mentioned that we negotiated that if I found a buyer, you'd be willing to pay me a commission, less commission if I had listed it, for example. So I would love to be able to do that. I would, here's what I would do. And then if they don't have a great video tour, if their photos weren't that great, that they have listed up on Zillow or whatever, if they didn't hire a professional, you could offer to do that if you wanted to, especially if you're going to run an ad. You might pick up some buyers. You could sell that house, but you could also have a property that you're advertising. And you need to get it in writing that you have permission to do that. And the second thing that you could do is say, hey, can I host the open house for you? Give you a break. I noticed that you've been holding open houses. How about you take the weekend off and I'll hold the open house for you? Why would you do that, Jan? Well, again, you mentioned I may find somebody who wants to buy your home, and I'll negotiate and handle all the details for you. But if somebody comes, open houses is one of the main ways I get a lot of business in I sell houses and I pick up buyers that want to work with me. So I'd love to be able to have the opportunity to do that. I'll advertise it. Here's what I'm going to do. And you just go through what you're going to do. And if they don't want to buy your house, then maybe I can work with them on another house. So there's a win-win here for you, right? So those are a couple easy, actually I think for sale by owners are kind of fun to work with. Not all of them are rude and mean, but they are trying to think they can do it on their own, and they're really trying to save commission. But your goal now, after the fact, if they're not ready to list right then and there with you, is to stay in touch with them, try this approach of advertising or holding an open house. Now send a handwritten thank you note after touring the home. Now you're going to put them on your service-oriented follow-up campaign. You're going to get their permission just to say, before you leave, you're going to say, listen, I have a for sale by owner system, that I share with people because I talk to a lot of people that are trying to sell it on their own, and sometimes people get tired of doing it, and I just want the opportunity to be that one of the people that you would interview. But if you don't mind, I'll be happy to send you a few things that may help you, just tips on selling home and a few things that you may need to know. So you get their permission. Now what you're going to do is either mail or drop by every week to 10 days another selling tip, an item of value, something that's critical to the selling process. Do not give people forms or contracts. Don't do that. What you're going to do, the goal here in your follow-up is to show the seller how complicated a transaction is and all the things that can kind of get them into trouble if they're not aware of it. So you really want to show those complexities, and you want to have that opportunity when they get tired. So what kind of things can be in this for sale by owner system that you have? Getting your home ready to sell. So you're going to provide like an article. You may, if you have their email, you can send it to them via email. You can drop it off if it's a packet of information. Curb appeal tips. Tips on home photography advice if you're not going to go ahead and do that for them. Home selling security tips. Hey, here's 3 home inspection companies that you might want that we work with, and the buyer's going to want to have a home inspection. Or if you don't want to do that, home warranty choices. A great selling feature would be to offer a home warranty. Here's 3 that we work with. Home staging tips, home showing tips, upgrades and renovations that you can do to get the best return on investment. Maybe just a list of required disclosures and legal requirements for your state. All states generally have all areas generally have something about a law requiring the seller to disclose to the best of their ability the condition of the home. So I'd recommend pulling out that kind of scary language of what can happen if you don't tell the truth, seller, and disclose anything wrong with your property, how they can sue, etc., right? So then you can have closing information or title stuff just to tell them, these are the things that you need to do, okay? So you get the idea. You can put a nice 8 to 10 week program together and either email or drop it off. And then here's a quick follow-up script. Hi, this is Jan again. Just touching base with you. How did it go this week? Did you get any offers? Is there anything I can do to help you? If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to call. So again, the whole approach to working for sale by owners is just that. Being of service, trying to show them the complexities of a sale, building rapport with them, and when they get tired of doing it on their own, then they call you and you get the listings. Okay, so you have to be persistent with this, you have to be willing to follow up, and you can get for sale by owner listings. Join me next up on another idea to get more listing presentations.